Russian dictator Vladimir Putin uses psychological and neuro-linguistic methods developed by Russian special services to influence US President Donald Trump. As reported by Unian, this was stated in a comment to Kyiv 24 by Army General of Ukraine and former head of the Foreign Intelligence Service of Ukraine, Mykola Malomuzh. According to him, Kremlin representatives deliberately used Soviet-era techniques during negotiations with Trump, modeling his behavior and adjusting the decisions he makes. Malomuzh notes that, for this purpose, the psychological profile of the American leader is studied in order to successfully press on his sensitive points. The general explained using an example how this influence works.
After our influence, when Trump, at the UN General Assembly with Zelensky, swore to support Ukraine and said he would provide all types of weapons, even tomahawks. And then Putin spoke with Trump literally 2 days later, and he took Putin's side. This is the real influence of the intelligence services.
It is known that Russian intelligence agencies collected compromising material on Trump during his first presidential term, but did not use it. In 2017, CNN reported this, citing a former British intelligence officer. The information was presented in a document attached to the report on Russian interference in the US elections. And in November of this year, it became known that the scandalous American businessman Jeffrey Epstein was passing information about Donald Trump to the Russians. As Politico writes, according to newly published documents, this happened almost a month before Trump's meeting with Russian leader Vladimir Putin in Helsinki in 2018. At that time, Epstein passed a message to the Russian intelligence services. Quote, "If you want to understand Trump, talk to me." During his first year in office, US President Donald Trump stood out for his unpredictable and bizarre behavior. The Guardian published an article in which it analyzed various incidents and mishaps involving the American politician. The publication notes that his unusual behavior raised questions. Trump would fall asleep during some meetings, while in others he would go off-topic, making strange remarks. For example, during a meeting with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, Trump abruptly shifted from discussing immigration to launching into tirades about windmills. At that point, the American leader baselessly began talking about how windmills drive whales crazy and how wind energy kills birds. The Guardian writes about the incident, which raised questions about Trump's mental state. In September, the US president convened the country's top military commanders for a meeting in Virginia, where he began talking about how America is respected again as a nation. According to him, the US was not respected under Biden because allegedly he fell down the stairs every day.
I said, "That's not our president, we can't tolerate this. I'm very careful, when I go downstairs, for example, down these stairs, I go very slowly."
It's noteworthy that Trump criticizes Biden while essentially having the same problems himself. Despite Donald Trump himself insisting that he is in excellent health, the question of his abilities and physical condition will become a key topic in the run-up to next year's midterm elections.